Hello, Texans! My name is Covo, and I'm a college student. I'm a citizen and taxpayer, and I'm about to enter the workforce. I'm also spearheading an effort to organize a group of young Americans who will be the leaders of tomorrow and who will believe in economic freedom and leadership that will take this country to a new place and time. I really hate to start with a quote, but this morning I was reading some Jefferson literature, and it's just so perfect for this event. Jefferson once said, "The maxim of buying nothing without the money in our pockets to pay for it would make of our country one of the happiest on earth." Now what Jefferson's saying is, if you don't have money, don't buy something. It's very simple. Simply put, the deficit spending is not the answer to our current situation and only adds to the problems we are facing today. That's why the policies of President Obama and Congress, which are directly affecting everyone's future, particularly my peers and our future, are undermining the American dream. Today's youth do care about the direction Washington is taking us. Many want to participate by promoting the principles of limited government and of the free market values of our founding fathers. And it's time to get back to these basics. It's time to get government off the hands of Texas. Washington is spending at an unprecedented pace and leaving the country under a mountain of debt that will destroy future opportunities to achieve prosperity for every single American. The CBO has said that this fiscal year, 2010, 62% of the GDP will be government debt. And that if we continue spending the way we are, by 2020, 90% of the GDP will be government debt. Now, when a college student graduates from college, most of us, for me definitely, they have student loans. What today's college student doesn't anticipate is that not only are they graduating with loans that they have themselves decided to undertake for their future, they are also graduating with loans that the government has decided to put on them. The federal spending binge is creating destructive deficits. Just recently, the national debt reached 13 trillion mark, which represents a built-in debt of $40,000 for every single person living in the United States. We need to educate everyone that every dollar that Washington spends is one less dollar that job providers have to hire more people to grow their businesses. The spending policy in Washington hurts everyone, and especially puts recent college graduates and young leaders at terrific disadvantage, affecting the income potential for years to come. Some young Americans think that taxes don't affect them, and that what government spends is someone else's concern. But the consequences of spending debt and deficit are very real and extremely severe. The tax, spend, and regulate mentality of Washington is in stark contrast to the Texas approach to governing. Texas is ranked #1 in business for the country, and Texas is in fact #1 in the country for job creation. We're #1 for business relocation and retention of top companies. We still produce more wind generation than any state in the country, and the Lone Star State is the top exporting state and the fastest growing state in the country. People ask why? Why is Texas doing so good? Well, our leaders have passed tort reform. They limit government growth. They enact common sense regulations and make sure we do not have a state income tax. If you go to LoneStarStrong.com, you can find more facts and figures about why Texas is one of the best states in the nation. I also encourage you to visit NovemberIsComing.com and sign our petition to make sure your elected officials know that if they vote yes to big government programs and other freedom-killing legislation, you won't vote for them. Luckily, Texans don't have to wait for November to define fiscal responsibility because we already have it. Texas is a beacon of fiscal responsibility for the country, and we have created the roadmap for other states and especially the federal government. So before I leave, I have two simple requests of Mr. Obama. Mr. President, look to Texas for how to create jobs and prosperity, and stop mortgaging my future and my generation's future. Thank you.